Hello, everybody. This is Miss Tizzle. Yes. So, I want to tell you guys what happened to me today, right? So, I'm fasting. So, I've been fasting since 6 o'clock this morning. So, we go from 6 o'clock in the morning to 6 at night. Oh my God. Normally, I don't eat a lot, but because I can't have it, man, I want everything. I ain't gonna hold you. So I got 2 more hours, and um, I'll be good. I'll be good. I'll be able to break my fast. But let me tell you what happened to me. So I've been looking for a mailbox post because my mailbox post broke. So I've been out all morning trying to keep myself out of the house so I won't have to worry about thinking about eating or cooking something, because my favorite food is soul food. So I love soul food. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So I went to pick up my daughter, which she gets out of school at like 12:30 today. And also, we went to the car wash. Then I was like, you know what? I'm going to go to Retner's. I'm going to go to Retner's and we can get, dinner, so I can cook dinner. Today is going to be Taco Tuesday. So we're cooking tacos today. And she was like, well, get me the crushed, the jalapeno peppers, even though she shouldn't be eating them, but she wanted them, so I got them. So I go in the store and I'm like walking around or whatever. I'm going into Retner's and I'm walking around and I'm looking for the stuff to make tacos. So I get the lettuce and the tomatoes, and I'm still looking because I'm really like, normally I go to Walmart to get taco stuff, but this particular time I went to Retner's because that's where the meat is. So I go near the meat and I see my daughter's grandma. So I say, hi, miss, because it's funny because ever since this situation happened with my daughter, I haven't heard from her family on her dad's side. So it's funny because I'm fasting and I ran into somebody from his side and I haven't been seeing them. So it's really good because I didn't get that feeling where as though it was like, I was just like, hi, you know. So I'm excited because it shows growth in me, a little bit of growth. So I went outside when I got finished because I always, for some reason, when I go to stores, I have to walk the whole store to see what's there because sometimes you'll see something that you don't even see. But again, I walked the whole store like I normally do. Like I didn't know what was there is at the market, but sometimes the aisles are moved and stuff. I don't know. I don't remember where stuff is. So I walked the whole store and I paid for my stuff. And then I see her again. Like I kept running into her. So I go to when I'm finished, I go to the car and I'm like, did you see your grandma? Like, this is my middle daughter. And she's like, no, that doesn't look like her. So long story short, it's been since September, so a whole year since I've actually seen, his family or him. October 13th, it was a year because that's when my daughter testified. So she testified against her father. And when I say that was the first time I actually heard the story out her mouth. Other than that, I read it on a text message from my oldest daughter. That's how hurt I was, I'm telling you. And when I was drinking, I couldn't believe it. So just imagine you thinking about this. And my daughter is 16. And the one thing I said, I was like, dag, and this is real life. Like the thoughts that go through my head, and people may think like, why you think like that? Like I can think myself into something out of something, because I thought, and I was like, dag, he raped my daughter, but was he her first? Now, this is real talk because I thought about all types of stuff. Um, they were saying that it happened in Doubletree, and I know when we went down south, well, went up south, and we stayed in a Doubletree, and I felt weird staying there. And mind you, I was sick, but I just wanted to be in the bed. But I just was like thinking all types of stuff, like how it was described and everything. And I was just like, God, help my mind. So when I was in a Doubletree and I tried to take a drink, it was because I kept thinking about certain things. And like, because I don't think I ever been in a Doubletree before. So when my daughter had to look for this Doubletree in Allentown, we looked everywhere, and she described it to the detective or whatever. But when I went down south and I seen it, and I was just like, oh, okay. But it was weird. So I'm just saying, in life, man, you can grow because it's like I like to, I don't know, it like stunned me because, you know, we had like I haven't said anything or anything to this person, and I see him in the market. I know it ain't nothing but God. I just laughed. I really did just laugh because my aunt told me, right? My aunt Stacy, she was like, when something happened, just laugh because it's like it's funny. Like you like laughing at the enemy, and I feel like I'm laughing because I'm like, God, like you have a sense of humor. Like you, sometimes we think the enemy be testing us, but God be testing us too because he wants to see, are we ready yet? And if you say those words, I'm ready, then you gotta be ready. So I just feel like, God, thank you for allowing me to pass the test. And I'm not done yet. You know, I'm not done. I'm not done. I'm not done. I'm not done. I'm not done yet. But I just think I'm thanking God for the maturity and the growth in me because I know at the end of the day, stuff happens, and it's a mere fact of like, people's actions can affect your life, and it you like how can they affect my life? Like just from one decision that somebody does, it can even help you or it can break you. So I'm like thinking about life in its entirety and thinking about how people come across you. I know, like, in the past, some people that I thought was, bad influence after everything really had happened to me, I really just didn't gravitate to those people anymore. Like I would be like, Dag, they said this, and I'll talk about it, and then move on. But what I'm learning, what I do is sometimes I subconsciously think about stuff, like when stuff happens, or it might be trickled, like a couple of times. Like if I had a customer and they said blah, and then I had somebody else that come to me and said that same thing down the second time, I would probably be thinking about it. You know what I mean? But other than that, it's like if I don't know you and you really didn't mean nothing to me, your opinion didn't mean nothing. But if you were close to me, it's like it meant a lot. Like your opinion meant a lot to me. And these people that meant a lot to me had some growing to do too. So it's like we all go through something, we all struggle, and we all affect each other's lives. So we got to be careful of what we say out of our mouth or what we do as actions, because again, it may seem right to you, but sometimes the stuff that we internally, like inside our family, may do, that might not be the right thing. And I learned that too. Like sometimes we do wrong is right and right is wrong, and it's like, and then we get mad when somebody try to tell us that it's wrong, right? But I'm learning how to take criticism, because criticism is very important to your life. Like you never know who God may bring to you. And it's different when somebody criticize you or, try to help you with love, and then when they try to help you and break you. So it's like two different things. So it's like we just gotta be careful who we bring in our circle, who we bring in our house, you know what I mean? Because if you don't, then you could be carrying the weight of that person or carrying the baggage if you don't fully know how to give it away. You know what I mean? You gotta learn how to give the stuff back to the people. Like, I like to listen, but what I used to do was I used to listen to be a problem solver. So when people came into my life and they needed, and I really thought I was doing it from the heart, but it was just something that I was programmed and I was programmed to do. Like if you needed something, or it was like when you talk to me, I always look for a need in you so I can help you. Pretty much, that was like my defense mechanism. Pretty much, like that's how. I don't know. It was just I don't know. I don't understand it though, right? Like it just doesn't make sense, but that's me. So I had to learn how to listen to people, listen to their needs, and if God said, go ahead and move, then go ahead and move. Or if I feel like, it's the right thing to do, now I know it's the right thing to do. But before it was just like, oh, they need me, so let me, it's like that feeling of being needed was like, oh, they need me, like I need to do something. You know what I mean? But I'm like, I don't know, because that's how you get in situations too. Somebody needing you, and then all of a sudden you just all the way in, and then you can't get all the way out. I used to get in stuff like that because I felt bad for people, and I felt like I felt bad. That's how I got into a lot of situations, feeling for men, feeling bad for them, because I know I'm a strong woman, and I just felt like, God would always let me bounce back no matter what. Like once I realized, I'm like, Dad, I can't be with this person, because when you with the wrong person, because everything goes down, everything. I had just had a flashback. No, seriously, like I did, and then it's like you giving too much. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to tell you what I did today, and I just wanted to tell you to be encouraged and to stay blessed and stay talking to God, because let me tell you, if you talking to God, right, how can your secrets get out unless he put it on somebody else's heart to confirm what you is already saying to him. And I want to tell y'all, like, I am so happy, because look, like my daughter, my middle daughter, right? She dropped out of school last year. And last year what I did was my youngest daughter, the one that said that she got raped or whatever, I took her out of school. Well, she just didn't go, and then I just never, registered her back. But can I tell you how God is just like one decision? I mean, it's not been that long, but one decision, y'all. And I'm telling you, for me to stop drinking, I am restoring the relationships with my kids. They can talk to me like I'm open. I don't feel like I have my defense mechanism up. So my daughter went back to school, and they got like the special program for her, and it was a nobody but God that used someone on 2 feet to bless her and actually got it approved or whatever. But I just want to say thank you, God, because she dropped out of school last year, and not this year, but next year, around June, she graduates. And then my youngest daughter wasn't going to school, but now she's in school, and they're all doing good. My son has honor roll, and I'm just grateful. Like, you don't understand how grateful I am. I know it's just like a normal conversation, but I am so grateful, because when your kids are doing bad, that reflects the parent. And the one thing I couldn't do was I couldn't take accountability for it, because I was like, I didn't do it. I didn't mess them up. I didn't, you know what I mean? So my youngest son actually tried to stay with his dad, and they got into altercation. But prayer is something because you pray about something, right? And then something happens, but you don't think it's going to happen the way that it happens. You just be like, God, like, you just think the heavens going to open and it's going to be this light and it's going to be like, voila, right? Do you think that? Because I be thinking like that. Like, if it didn't come to me like, voila, sometimes I don't be wanting it. I'm just being honest. But what I've learned about God is you don't know what to expect when it comes to him, because it could be a blessing in anything. I'm telling you, like, if you're a believer, you're gonna go through trials, you're gonna go through tribulations. But when you got God, you got everything. I'm telling you, you got everything that you can possibly imagine. And what I learned too was God covers and blocks you. So when you at your worst and you think that somebody know your worst, they only know your worst if you tell them. Trust me, they only know what you tell them, because if you a product of God, He blocks it. I'm telling you, sometimes we tell our business to the wrong people, the people that's trying to hurt us or whatever, or you think you can trust them. Because I know my past had came up a couple times and people mistreated my past and try to hurt me. But little that they know, right? I don't live in my past and I'm not that person. So I made some bad mistakes. But at the end of the day, right? Who has a heaven or hell to put me in? I don't have a heaven and hell to put nobody in. So if you trying to judge me, then that's on you. It's on you. Because God is setting me free. He's setting me free. So if you want to still try to bring up my past because you letting the enemy use you, then that's on you, bro, sis, or whoever. Like, that's on you. Because I remember in the summertime, well, last summer, right? And I went around people that couldn't accept me for the me that I am now. They had accepted me for the younger me, but not me. So when they seen me, I guess they seen the girl from Sterner Street. And I'm telling you, on Sterner Street, that was like Jesus. Like, that was like the worst ever. Like the rock bottom ever. Because that house was just tearing down. Like, holes. We didn't have water. We didn't have a lot of things. And back then, my mom was on drugs. So me and my sister, we made do with what we do. You know what I mean? We only really had each other. And when we had each other, we still went through stuff because siblings, you know what I mean? But I'm just saying, like, when people try to look at me from my past, it's like, you don't even know where I come from to, like, judge me. Like, you can't judge me because you don't even know where I come from. Like, seriously, nothing. Like, to me, nothing. I had family that had more and everything to me, you know what I mean? And, like, we came from the bottom. And now we're here. So, but no, for real, because when I think about it, I'm telling you, when I think about the goodness of God, I just be like, God, thank you so much, because I'm grateful for the little stuff. Like, I'm just grateful for the little stuff. I'm trying to tell you, like, you don't understand. I'm grateful for the little stuff. And it's like, I used to think about that scripture where Lot's wife looked back, like, look in the past, like, she looked back and she turned into a pillar of salt, right? But when I look back, I'm just grateful. Like, you do not understand. Like, I don't think I'm better than nobody. I'm so humble. Like, I mean, I know I could do better and I could do more, and you know what I mean? But it was me that was stopping me. Like, I noticed that I sabotaged my life because I didn't think that I was worth it, because of my relationships, because of the decisions that I made, because of not having certain things and not thinking that I fit in and all this stuff. So this pandemic, and being by myself with my children has opened up my life again. Like, I feel like God has like really, I don't know, he has really like, how can I say this? He has like cut some stuff off of me, and he's been like working on my mind and my heart, because when you get to the point where you don't want to do it, or you sick and tired of it, and you just want to do better, and you just want the joy, and you just want to love people, but you just don't know how. You don't know how. Like, that was me. I don't know how. Like, I don't like people. I do now. I'm trying. Don't. I'm telling you, like, this is day by day, right? This is day by day. And I did not mean to say that, but it is the truth. Like, I just want my space. Like, if you had a lot of things happen to you as a kid, and people and places and all this stuff, and you just want your space, that is me, because I don't want to give you room to hurt me again, right? So that's what I had to figure out. Like, why don't I like people like that? Like, I like to keep it arm's length. People that I did invite into my house, they did me dirty. So I'm just saying, I'm telling you about my day, and I'm just telling you to have a great day. You have a great day. Bye.